Yankee and the Brit's the place to be. Radio living is the life for me. Airwaves spreading out so far and wide. Keep your FM, just give me that internet side.
Online is where I'd rather stay. I've got a lot of music to play. I just adore a Yankee view. Darling, I love you, but give me a show to do.
The Chat.
The Brats.
On air.
That's fair.
You are my wife.
Goodbye, British life.
The Yankee and the Brit on air.
Sitting on your front porch swing with the Yankee and the Brit on the RTM Radio Network.
And there he is. Is this Justin Timberlake?
No, it's not Justin. It's his brother. His Boston brother.
Timberlake? I can't believe you insulted the poor guy.
I love Justin. He's awesome.
I wasn't trying to embarrass you.
No, listen. That's a compliment. I like that.
Nice music, man. Sounds cool. I love it.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate the love.
That Tennessee one was that's nice and smooth.
That's one of my favorites so far that we've done in this country journey that I'm on right now. So I appreciate the love and playing that.
A country journey? What does that mean? I'm
on a country journey. So I am originally an R&B pop artist, and I used to write for Sony Music back in the day, and I used to write songs with different independent artists, country artists and stuff, and I kind of fell in love with country. And over the last couple of years, I started going to Nashville a lot and started really integrating my country and my R&B love. So I've really been exploring the country vibes and mixing it with the R&B, and it's been an amazing journey. The country fans have been awesome, and so yeah, it's been a blast.
So what do you think of, let's see, how do we divide this up? Independent artists, country artists versus the proverbial Nashville sound?
That's the part of country that I really like, is there's a huge independent scene, and I think it's amazing because there's so many creative country artists out there right now. And I think in Nashville, from what I'm seeing, is the sound is changing, at least from what I'm seeing, and it's changing because of these independent artists. And so I love it. I love where it's going.
Well, I hope it changes back pretty soon.
I know, because I know a lot of people don't like the new sound, but I think there's a lot of people that are mixing the new and the old, and I think I think you're going to have a happy medium soon. I mean, you have your Chris Stapletons and those guys that are bringing back the old school stuff, but they're still mixing a little bit with the R&B, so it's kind of, I mean, for me personally, it's kind of nice to hear that blend. Any
idea where you want to fit in with that group?
Yeah, well, see, I think that's where I like, I love the Chris Stapletons, but I'm a big fan of Sam Hunt. I don't know if you guys are a fan of Sam Hunt, but
I've heard
he's definitely taken a lot of the pop and put it into country, and I think he's definitely taken it to that step that a lot of people aren't liking from the old country wave, because it's definitely miles apart from Johnny Cash and artists like that. But I think it's great because it brings new people over the country, and it opens up the door to maybe falling in love with some of the older country artists and sound. So I think it's a positive thing.
Yeah, we have many independent. Basically, we're based on independent artists now. We pretty much switched over to that because the music is so true and real, and they stick to what's true, and they play what they feel, and that's country music to me. Not country western, not western music, not the old, not the 2000s where country was, started getting all Nashville-y and nasty and the same sound over and over and over now. Now we have these independent artists coming through here. We have so many great ones, too. It's just unbelievable. I hope some of them really can get into Nashville and really, like you said, change things.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's what I love about Nashville too. I started going down there a few years ago, and just the vibe down there it's incredible. When you get in the right circles, there's just so much music going on and so many talented people.
So, being Justin Timberlake's younger, more good-looking brother, what kind of music did you grow up listening to? What's your earliest musical memory?
I would say Chicago, Tower of Power were two of my earliest loves. Cause,
Good stuff.
my dad was in a 9-piece horn band growing up, and he introduced me to everything from Frank Sinatra to Stevie Wonder. But his band used to do a lot of Tower and Power in Chicago because, of course, the horn sections, you gotta, And,
yeah, absolutely.
So I grew up around that. So that's, one of my first loves of music was listening to that funk and soul, and from there it just spawns. I mean, we had record collections size of the living room, and we just sit there and he'd play them for me and my sisters, and just make me love music in general.
That's the kind of stuff that'll get you up and get you grooving too.
Do you think that's kind of shaped to what you've become today?
I do. I really do. I think my love of the soulful sounds of that, Motown, and it just created a love of singing for me. So, even in my country music and what we've been doing, my vocals, I could never change my vocals and that's one thing that people in Nashville try to tell me to, try to lose the riffs and the runs and stuff. And I said, nah, I can't do it. I said, I got to keep the soul inside of what I do. And I think it's creating a really cool sound, and so far people have been liking it. So
yeah, stay true to yourself. That's the main thing, I think.
Absolutely.
So do you write your own songs and music?
I do. I write my own songs. I'm a lyric and a melody guy, and I have a good team of producers, and I definitely co-write as much as I can because I love getting other people's visions of my songs and helping me take them to the end point and finishing them off. So, but yeah, I do all my writing, and I do some co-producing on my records.
I got to ask you, where are you from?
I'm from Boston.
I could tell. I could hear an accent, but I couldn't quite place it. It wasn't quite heavy enough.
You just let him keep talking. I just love listening to him. You just talk about anything. We don't care. I'm just listening.
I'm a Boston kid. I grew up in a place called Hyde Park in Boston, and it's right near a place called Dorchester.
Oh, yeah.
And South Boston. So I grew up in the heart of the city, and so I think that also lends a good story to my songs. A lot of the songs I write, I try to, it just comes out of me.
I just haven't heard you say "car" yet, or "let's go get some lobster." I haven't heard any of
that.
Well,
we could go grab my car and go downtown and park it down by the water.
We can do that. Let's get down there and get some fresh lobster. I'll reach in and pick my own, thank you.
Oh, it's the best. I know. It's the best down here.
Yeah, that's great stuff. I remember a couple of times I was in Maine, and I had to spend the night up there, and this family I met, they took me to the waterfront. And I thought, because they said they're going to take me to dinner, I helped them. I was driving truck then, and I hauled a whole load of brand new office furniture and stuff to this business they were opening, and I couldn't go. I didn't have any place to go. They didn't have a load for me to get out of Maine with everything. And the lady says, "Why don't you come over to our house and hang out for a little bit?" And I'm like, "Cool, that's cool." And so I sat and heard the whole family stories. They're from Israel and blah blah blah. And she says, "Let's go to dinner." And I'm thinking Burger King or something, And they take me down to the waterfront, and there's a barge there that was turned into a restaurant. It's all red carpet and brass railings, and I'm like, holy crap, this is awesome. So first time, my first experience with lobster, and she says, pick one out, and I picked out a lobster, and they cooked it, and oh my God, I fell in love with lobster, and my whole attitude about the whole East Coast is just,
it all changed.
Oh yeah, and the people around Boston, they're all great people too. I don't care what anybody tells you. I'm sure you've heard the stories where people say, oh, the Bostonians are snotty and they're snobby and blah blah blah. Yeah, well, you get underneath of them, they're like Jersey people. They're the greatest people in the world. Once you get to know them, got to give them a chance.
Absolutely. If you hung out here, there's so many good people. You know what problem with Boston is now is that there's a lot of people that aren't from here because of the way the city's growing. So when people come down here, they meet a lot of people that aren't true Bostonians. But once you meet true Bostonians, I'm biased, of course.
Bostonians, it sounds like a sexual disease.
It could be. For some of us, it is.
Cream for that?
I got Bostonian.
It's a possibility. I might have it myself.
Some of the girls I've seen down there, it could be.
Oh yeah, there's some beauties down here. We love them all.
It's the ones around the truck stops you got to worry about.
Absolutely. Keep it covered.
So how old were you when you do you play instruments?
I play a little bit of piano. So when I write, I'm actually learning the guitar now. I do play a little piano.
Oh, I love piano. Piano's filling the blank spots so well.
Absolutely. But my main thing is I'm an entertainer. I'm a singer, and I've been known for my shows. My live shows are what has kind of put me on the map, and it's just I grew up watching my dad and watching James Brown and, work the stage, and I just fell in love with, I'm saying, that's what I'm going to be. I'm going to be the guy that's out there in the audience, walking all over.
I want to see you. I want to see you dance like James Brown.
I don't have all his moves, but I can do a little bit of the side shuffle. We get that,
That guy used to trip me out, man, especially in the late 70s, early 80s. I was all into funk and everything, and James Brown was the god, And
oh, man, yeah.
God, I just couldn't get over those shiny black shoes and how pointed they were and the way he'd slip them feet around like that without falling down.
Was he wearing white socks?
I don't know. He's moving so fast you couldn't tell what he was wearing.
You couldn't tell? No, absolutely. I wish I could have seen him live, but that would have been awesome.
Yeah, boy, I would have shit a brick to see that. That'd be awesome.
So you play live on stage, do you?
I do. Well, so I dabble live when I play. Like maybe I'll jump on and play a couple chords in a song, but I stick to doing what I'm best at, and that's entertaining the crowd, jumping out there, singing to the girls, making the guys get a date for the night. I like to hook up people in the audience. That's what I do. I like to make it a show. When you come to my show, it's an experience.
Can we ask how old you are?
Me, I just turned 40.
Really? You sound so much
you
younger.
You are not a day older than 41.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. You're the best.
Yeah,
I'm an old guy. I've been around for a while.
Hey. Now, old, you don't know what old is till you get in my shoes.
I was only saying to Randy last week that you look like a guy that used to be on a British soap when I was about 5 years old. Barry Grant, I think the man's name was.
Well, I hope he was a good-looking guy.
He wasn't a bad one.
It wasn't a bad one. I'll take that.
I'll
take any compliments.
The downfall was he wasn't from Boston.
It was from Liverpool. Liverpool's a place where they steal your bikes and cars.
No, jeez. I'm going to be going over there in August, so hopefully I don't get robbed.
Yeah, stay away from Liverpool. You'll be fine.
Can I tell them I know you? Would that help?
God, no. What's the matter with you?
Anybody that don't know me ain't worth knowing, let me tell you.
This is true.
I've heard some shit come out of your mouth before, but God.
I know.
Hang on a minute. I got to go get me boots. Let me put me wellies on.
Now, do I need to teach you any British slang? Do I need to teach you some of that Cockney lingo?
I love a little bit. If you could tell me a little bit.
Listen to this, lad. You've got a bit of an accent there. I don't suppose you're one of the blokes that was throwing tea back into the ocean there in Boston, were you?
I can't really say, but I picked up a little something on the way, down here in the streets of South Boston. A little bit.
Awesome. Oh, bloody hell. He's going to be knocking down pins when he's over there.
Oh, yeah.
My buddies tell me I sound like too much like the Cockney, like the old English. But hey, I watched a lot of old British shows, so got the old thick accent.
Benny Hill fan, huh?
Absolutely. Well, my father would sit us in front of Benny Hill, which I don't know if that was good as a kid, but I guess it's tame compared to what's on now. But I used to watch it all the time.
Watching Benny Hill was a good thing. Look at you now. At your age, you can judge a good pair of boobs when you see them.
Absolutely. I can pick them out of a crowd.
She was on the Benny Hill show. I saw her.
I saw her for 2 seconds.
So, do the ladies throw their underwear at you when you're on stage?
I've had a few pairs of underwear.
Yeah!
Hey!
Finally!
I've had a few.
Yeah, finally.
I can admit that. I've had a few.
Now I got to ask you, did they stick?
No, they did not stick.
Wrong ones.
You didn't make them moist enough.
They had. That's what it was. I think they threw them off before. I think that's what it was. I usually get them before I start singing. I don't know if that's good or bad. But,
Well, I guess if you get them once you get them thrown at you after the show and they stick, you did a hell of a job.
Well, I'm waiting for the stick ones. I'll let you guys know when that happens.
You must. It's
I will.
great important.
We're going to see him on an album cover one of these days with a pair of undies stuck right on his head.
He ain't going to want to go to London after being on this show.
Oh, the hell he won't. By the time you get done, he'll wish he was there all the time.
Exactly.
Oh, my God. So is anybody in your family musically inclined?
Oh, I wish you'd pay attention. He already said he's dad.
Yeah, but he's got more than his dad, don't you? I mean, do you have a mom, sisters, brothers?
I do. I have a mom. I have two sisters. And so both of my grandfathers, one's Irish, one's Italian. They're not around anymore.
There's a combination.
They were both, they hated, my grandfather, they used to fight all the time. It was just the Irish and Italian thing in Boston. I don't know how it is around the rest of the country, but it was a
The same
lovely
way.
relationship. Yeah, it's like they all hated each other, but they all married each other. It was just the funniest thing ever. But they were so my grandfather played for over in England actually for the troops. He was in World War II, and he played. He did shows for the Red Cross when they were stationed in, I believe it was in London, when the troops would go over there from the U.S. and he put shows on over there. And then my other grandfather was a bubble gunner in one of the B-52s, and
Wow.
he played a mandolin, so he would entertain the troops in his outfit, from what I was told from stories. So yeah, so the music started way back.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, definitely got it from those guys and passed it down. My mother can't sing a lick, can't dance.
Did she try?
Mom,
She's funny, though.
stay away from the backstage during the show.
My mom's funny. My mom gets up and she gets a few drinks in her, and she'll start dancing at shows and get the crowd going. So she's good. I don't even have to pay her either.
Now, what is your mom? Italian or Irish or what is
Hey,
she?
I hope it's
She's
not
the
your mum
Irish
that
side.
throws the underwear.
No, God, no. Jeez. Don't scar me for life here. Now.
Sorry.
Don't get scarred here.
What a way to go!
Hey, if your mum throws them and they stick.
Oh,
Now,
I don't get-
stop it.
all right, that's my cue. I'm leaving now. I'm done.
So, where do you stand as far as nationality? Then, I mean, are you more on the Irish side or?
I'm mixed. I'm like, it's pretty much, I never did like the whole DNA thing, but we got, I think it's about 50-50. About Irish, half Italian kind of.
Boy,
Mixed there.
are you redheaded?
Yeah. Nope, not redheaded.
Oh, that's a
I'm,
plus.
I'm blonde hair, blue eyes. So I think I look more,
German.
I look more Irish. Oh yeah, German. Yeah, you say that. Look more Irish than Italian, but they got the Italian name. So
That sounds
Sorry.
German. Maybe your grandpa was up to something when he was over there in England during the war.
well, you never know. You know, and I could have some other cousins running around out there. With,
You could even be related to me because I'm half Irish. So you could
you're half
have
Irish.
Yeah, you could have the worst look and be related to me. My maiden name is O'Neill.
Sad part is she's the wrong half.
So my mother's name is Sweeney. So you got the
Oh.
Sweeneys and the O'Neills. They never know. There's not many O'Neills around there, you know.
Oh, there is there is
I know,
in
I'm
the
just
UK.
kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
He's trying to get even with you for the mom panty thing.
Yeah, exactly. I always say there's not many Sweeneys, but there's probably like 10 million of them out there. So
Yeah.
we could all be related. I don't know.
How long you been writing songs?
For about 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah, about not 20 some years. I wrote my first song when I was like, I want to say like 17, 18, and I fell in love. So when I was a kid, I don't know if you guys want to know the story, but I'll tell you anyways because I like to talk a lot. So
That's the Boston coming out of you.
yeah, well, we always say a friend of mine says it's like, oh, one time at band camp, remember the American Pie, and the girls always talking stories about band camp.
Yeah.
So when I start talking, they go, oh, here it goes. One day at band camp, he's going to talk for 3 hours now. But when I was 8, I don't know, like 15. I never really liked to sing when I was a kid at all. And my friends, we used to sing because they were better singers than I do harmonies. We literally sang in the corners in the summertimes.
Hey, stand on
What?
one leg. Stand on one leg. Your signal keeps going in and out.
Is it going out? Here we go.
Yeah.
I didn't pay my bill. Can you hear me now? Here we go. I
Stand
knew I
on one
should have
leg
paid
and
that bill.
put some foil on your head. Tin foil.
I'm literally driving around the block like 6 times. The cops are going to look at me and be like, why does he keep passing Dunkin' Donuts?
Well,
What's going on?
stop driving then. Sit still.
Well, when he stops, you put him on the show for a minute.
Yeah, exactly. Whenever I stop, the signal goes out. I think it's because it's like I got an old phone. You have to keep it going. You have to keep it moving.
I want to have a word with one of those goose steppers.
Yeah, exactly.
All right,
Exactly.
then,
It's the boots they wear. I can't help
Tell
it.
us your story. You seem to have good signal now.
Oh, there we go. All right, I'm just all right. So yeah, when I was a kid, no, I never liked to sing, but when I was 15 or 16, my buddy started singing, and they knew my dad sang, so we used to literally sing out in the corners. And after we played basketball games, and I was like, oh, I like this. This is kind of nice, you know. And then my father broke out the 8-track recorder, and he would record us in the basement. I was like, this singing's kind of cool, you know. And the girls would be like, oh, you guys sing, you know. And I was like, oh, you can get girls from this. I'm like, this is great. So, you know, and then buddy of mine said, hey, you ever write a song? I was like, nah, I don't know how to write. I'm not even that good in school, you know. And he's like, oh, try to write a song. So I tried to write. It came out decent. It was a decent song. And I said, this which is really cool. And again, the girls were like, "You write songs?" And I'm like, "Yep, I write songs." And that was the start of me writing songs.
And the girls have been flowing in ever since.
It just happened.
See?
I don't know.
Are you married?
I am. I'm married. I'm on 3 years now.
Kids?
3 years. I have one daughter. She's 14.
Wow. You don't waste
So,
any
yeah.
time.
Nope. I had one daughter from my first marriage. I'm on my second marriage. We're hoping to stay there on the second one. So far, she likes me. She hasn't got rid of me yet.
So what does your daughter think of you singing?
She thinks that I am. I'm into myself, and she says, "You think you're so cool." And yes. But she doesn't hesitate to ask me when friends come in town for big concerts, "Hey, can you call your buddy that you work with for tickets?" I'm like, "Oh, but I thought it wasn't cool. So, no, she's great. They all support me, and she just, we all give each other, crap all the time about stuff, which is how I grew up.
Before I forget, too, the one song we played, I have on here, the title is called Dirty White Chucks. Is that supposed to be Dirty White Chicks?
Well, you know what? Some people think that at the concerts because of my accents, especially when I go down south, and they go, "Is that Dirty White Chicks?" And I said, "You know what? It could be whatever you want it to be." But it really is Dirty White Chucks, like Converse.
Okay.
Is this like your name thing? Because today I said to you, is your name Bello or Belly? Because
Belly,
the email thing says Belly, and you.
I know it's a bad. I gotta fix that. It's Google, stupid Google. They ruined my name and my little title thing there, but it's a good conversation starter.
It's working. I hope it's Bello then.
It is. It's Bello. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm doing all right for an old Yankee then. Not bad.
Absolutely.
So tell us about Dirty White Chucks.
Dirty White Chucks. So I love Converse. I don't know if you guys ever wear Converse or wore Converse.
Oh, when I was a kid, that was the most popular shoe you could get.
Yeah, and now it's like the last, I don't know, 5 or 6 years, it's like super popular, and I've been wearing them forever, and I collect them. So I was on the train one day in Boston, and I was listening to my headphones, and I looked up and I kind of saw this nice pair of white Chucks. They were a little dirty, and they were connected to a beautiful girl, and it inspired a song. I was like, Dirty White Chucks, and I'm going to make a song about a girl who doesn't care about getting her sneakers dirty, and that's the kind of girl I like. It's the ones that will go out and dance around in the backyard and still wear those sneakers out at night, and it's not all about the looks, but she's beautiful. You know those kind of girls.
Yeah, I used to when I was young enough to handle them. Is that the song where you were talking about the girl in the hot shorts?
You married one husband.
Okay.
You married one.
I know
I did.
Shoes are always dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said something about that after the song played. I said, boy, I wish I was young again so I could go find some of them hot white shorts. And then I said something about, you remember hot pants?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, then I guess I wasn't hearing things. I was getting a little too excited there for an old man.
No, that was true.
And shotgun. Now, what is that? Is that just taking somebody's daughter without dad's permission or what?
Well, it's kind of you drive. I grew up around. My father's had hot rods since we were younger, and if he had we had 67 Camaros, we had 64 Impalas, and he's just always been a car guy. And so I used to ride shotgun with my dad, because of course I couldn't drive him when I was too young. So I was thinking of that idea about riding shotgun, and I just kind of related it to having that person next to you. In this case, it was a girl that's no longer with you, whether you broke up with them or whatever may the case be. But you kind of there driving around your car, and you look over in that passenger seat, you kind of listening to music, and you reminisce about that person that used to ride around with you in your life. And that's kind of where shotgun came from.
Well, for somebody who didn't think he was a writer, it sounds like you're doing a pretty damn good job.
No, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm surprising my English teachers from high school. Definitely.
I bet.
They said I'm a good storyteller. I just never wrote them down that well. They said, but they're all proud of me.
Well, that's the key, I guess. Keep them guessing. Yeah. Keep them guessing.
Absolutely.
Where can these guys in the chat room find your music? Do you have a music page on Facebook?
Yeah.
Or?
So I have all that fun stuff. I got louiebello.com, so just my name, LOUIEBELLO.com, and everything else is Louie Bello too. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. You just put in Louie Bello and it'll pop up. And I do a lot of fun stuff on Instagram for all the Instagram users. I do the Instagram live shows, and I do a lot of songwriting on there. Actually, live songwriting sessions, and I get ideas from my audience members, which has been really fun.
Yeah.
Did you guys miss that?
We did. Randy just clicked
Your
on your website.
video
and
popped up and started playing right
yeah,
when you
your
said
website
that. Sorry.
video pops up.
Oh, it did when you put it up. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dirty White Chucks comes on there.
Do you have any other produced videos on YouTube?
I do. Yes, I do. I have so Shotgun. I don't know if you guys go on my website and look under videos, it has all my latest videos. Breathe, which is another fun song of mine that's on this new record, and Shotgun videos on there, and Hold Up is on there.
Hold up. All right, we got to check all these out. Look at you with a smiley face over there on the subway.
Look at him
Oh,
with
yeah.
a cool hat on.
That's my hat.
Is that a British bowler hat you're wearing?
It's I love those hats. They're my favorites. Those are my favorites.
I wore mine out the other day, and all she did was laugh at me everywhere we went.
Because he wore it with a hoodie.
With the hoodie?
Yeah.
I don't have a cool sports coat anymore. I don't wear that. I don't dress for anything anymore because I don't have any reason to. Well, like you praise me because, look at you, you're so hot.
Well,
You mean you didn't dress up for my interview tonight? Come on.
Well, as a matter of fact, I got on a ball cap, my ear gear, and a hoodie.
And
all right.
He's got a great face for radio, too.
Look at that. Now we know what he looks like. Cool.
Yes, we
That's
do.
great.
Look now, who's that look like? Stop that.
Is that the one you said looks like my brother?
Yeah, doesn't he look a little bit like your brother right there?
No, my
Oh, see, we could be related.
Yeah.
See? If his face was a little longer, he'd have it made.
Yeah.
He's got that Boston face, though.
Yeah.
I do. I got that Irish kid from South Boston face.
You do look Irish, I have to say.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I just went to an Irish boxing match, so I'm supporting my brethren, my cousins.
You went to a what?
Tonight I went to one of my cousins, who's Irish. She was doing a charity boxing match tonight, so we went down there, and there was a bunch of people from England and Ireland, and then from Boston there, and all fighting each other for. It's a great charity, Battle of the Bay. It's for cancer. So
how'd he do?
It was a girl. She did good. She lasted the 3 rounds. She did a great job.
Really?
Yeah, she did a good job.
Wow.
It's a mix of amateurs and pros that do it. So, some of them, they all train for 3 months, the amateurs, and they go up against each other. So sometimes you can get some really good fights. People just want to beat the crap out of each other.
Girls will do that anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't even need a reason.
No, now they got gloves and hat and helmet, and face gear on, and they just go at it.
Wow. What have you written anything for anybody famous?
I have not yet, but we are in the process of submitting songs right now down in Nashville. I've been trying to make my way down there and just really connect with people. And so we're always writing songs and pitching them to people. So hopefully one of these days you'll see somebody singing one of my songs, which is the game plan.
Won't that be cool as hell the day that happens?
Now,
Absolutely.
you have your particular style of music. Do you think you might be disheartened if you send someone a load of lyrics and do you think they might mess it up, or do you think it might not be your style? Might you be disappointed? Am I saying this the right way round?
No, I think at this point in my career, I've had a great career, and I'm definitely blessed to be where I am. I make a living doing music, and I think it took me a long time to figure that is the key to life, is just enjoying what you do and being able to survive and live healthy off of it. And so at this point, opportunities to me are something that, it's just a great honor. So if I have the opportunity of having somebody take my song, even if they like to, add something or change something to make it their own, I'm totally, open for that, because that's what art's all about to me. You can't be stingy with your art. So I would be.
Yeah,
I don't
and
think
what
I'd
you
be
see as art, your kind of art, is going to be different to what somebody else does. But yeah,
Exactly.
I just wondered. Do you have any advice for your future self?
For my future self.
Yeah,
Ooh, that's a
when
good
you're
question.
all rich and famous and.
Always live in Boston. That's my advice. Don't get Hollywood. That'd be my advice.
Don't get all Hollywood. Yeah, I know.
Don't get all Hollywood.
That'll screw you up in a minute, won't it?
I know a lot of people, friends of mine, that are doing really well out there, and they've gone a little too Hollywood for me. So I've seen it firsthand, and I said, don't want to be like that.
Does that mean they have the attitude and the uppity nose up in the air kind of thing going on?
Yeah, a little bit. They're great people, and I know a ton of people are doing great things. But you just see, when you're around it, you just see the change, and everybody changes. Life changes us no matter what career you're in. But sometimes I think who you're around changes you more, and sometimes it doesn't change you for the better. So I just think that the Hollywood vibe is is fun to be out there, but when you're really in the thick of it, you know, you can totally get romanced into changing to be like those people, and you know, definitely don't want to become that.
I agree with you 100%. I mean, that's just like hanging around with people that are rude and nasty. You know, you become one of them eventually.
Absolutely.
I made that mistake, so I know about that kind of thing. But that's all right. I've got a grip on it somewhat. Not according to Donna, probably, but
You need to
She
get
puts
a
up-
grip.
She puts up with it. Right?
I guess probably only by choice. But anyways, what else have we got to add here? Anything exciting? We miss anything? What are you driving? You said, are you still driving around?
Yeah, I'm still driving around. I'm just driving.
Driving on the phone, one of my worst vices. Oh, I hate that.
But
That's
I'm
all right.
focused, though. I'm focused. I'm a focused phone driver.
I know you're focused on the phone and not your driving.
Now I can tell you everything that's going on right now.
What,
There's not much going on.
What are you driving?
I've got a little Toyota Camry right now.
I know you don't have a pickup truck.
No, I'm not that. You know, I used to though. I had a pickup truck. I had a pickup truck all the years I was doing pop R&B, and I got rid of it and then did country. And I said, you know, what a ironic thing.
And
I
I bet
lost my pickup truck.
I bet it was a Chevy.
No, it was a Ford.
Yes, sir. A hero
Yeah, it was-
in his own right. Good
Yep.
deal.
My father, so me and my father bought a 67 Chevy pickup truck, I don't know, about 10 years ago and restored it. And so that's where the Take My Chevy Out Tonight came from Tennessee, was the actual Chevy that we had. And but I had a Ford that I drove around in, so.
Because you know you can't be a country artist if you don't have a four-wheel drive pickup truck.
I know, and I was just thinking of like, should I buy a pickup truck again? Because I really need one for my house, you know. I said, nah, I can't do it now because it'll be too cliche. I'm gonna have to hold off.
What part of Boston do you say you live in?
It's called Hyde Park.
Is Hyde Park? Oh yeah, well, that's pretty populated there, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Hyde Park is it's like Hyde Park, Jamaica Plain, South Boston, Dorchester. It's all makes up a good part of Boston.
Well, do you have
Boston.
do you have any property there? I mean, a large amount, or
No, I just bought property outside of the city because the city is so expensive to live in Boston now. It's like ridiculous.
Well,
So
what made me ask was you had said you need a pickup truck for your place, so I was confused how you could live where you are and what use would you have for a pickup truck. But now you say you got other property, so that's a different.
yeah, and you'd be surprised with the outskirts of Boston, like Hyde Park. There's still places with land. So not like a ton of land, but you know, enough land that you could use a pickup truck to do work around the house. But yeah, it's I moved out to a little. It's like 5 minutes outside the city, but it's the price of properties. It's amazing how much less is, you know, for a lot of land than it is in Boston just because you're in Boston. So
Have you had Norm and the guys come out and do any work on it yet?
man, I used to love that show. That was the best.
I used to, yeah. Now it's another boring show with lots of commercials.
Yeah, it's weird now. Yeah, I was watching it the other day, and there's like new guys on it, and I'm like, yeah, it's not as fun as it used to be.
No, Norm's gone. Kevin O'Connor, he doesn't impress me all that much.
That's the new guy, right? That's the new guy
Yeah,
that's on there?
the redheaded sailor.
Yes, I saw him. Yeah, he's okay. Yeah,
Yeah, he's learned a lot since he's been on there because he didn't know jack shit when he started, which was cool because it was cool to watch him mutter his way through things, you know, and he was learning and he wasn't afraid to ask questions, but now he's just another boring one, you know.
yeah, exactly.
He's doing his show host thing. Yeah, I'd always loved that show. I've been watching that thing. I subscribed to the magazine for years and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's fun because I used to try. You know, sometimes they did 2 houses near my house where I used to live, and like probably within 3 or 4 miles of my house. So when the show, a couple of the episodes were on, I'd be like, wait a second, I know that house. You know, and you could drive down there after it was done and like see the outside. And it's kind of creepy though. You park out in front of people's houses, and I'm surprised they didn't call the cops on me.
Like you driving around the block every 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Right now, I got like 2 cops on my tail right now. They're gonna pull. They pulled me over. It'd be kind of fun to be on the radio while they pulled me over. Pretty historic.
You said you've been doing music professionally. How long you been doing it professionally?
About 20 years.
Wow. What'd you do before that?
I went to school for illustration and graphic design, and
Okay.
I teach too. I still teach music. I'm a music director a couple days a week when I'm back here in Boston. So I teach and I write. You know, and I still do illustration for people. I love illustration. That's my first love, drawing and creating.
We do shirts and hats, and I've been in the sign business all my life. Do us up a nice one-color Louie Bello shirt we can make for you.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'm going to send you guys a couple of shirts too. I'll definitely I'll get your information. I'll email you guys. And
beautiful.
Yeah, I'll send you guys a couple.
We'll put them up on our wall of shame. That'll be sweet.
Yes, nice. I love it. I made the wall of shame. That'd be awesome.
Yay!
Don't forget the autographed CD.
Yes, I will. I definitely will send you guys one too.
Yeah, we got quite a collection going over here.
Yes, we got a wall of shame of all of you guys that's come on the show, and Kelly Lee Phillips has only ever sent us the best ever.
Oh, she's amazing, and I appreciate her, and I really appreciate you guys and having me on. It's been awesome.
Yeah, it's nice to hear somebody from the wrong coast up there once in a while.
Exactly.
Have you been to Texas at all?
I have. I played in Austin a few times.
No kidding. You like it down there?
I love Austin. Yeah, I haven't been to Dallas or Houston or anything, but Austin's really cool. But yeah, I'd love to definitely hit up Dallas one of these times and do a show down there. So hopefully in the near future.
You get to Dallas, you let us know, because we're about 60 miles north of there, just shy of the Oklahoma border.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. We'll stay in touch for sure.
And make sure you bring some of that lobster.
Yeah, if you get this way, we'll lock our doors and shut the curtains.
I'll find you. I know how to find people. That's what we do in Monson.
I got connections. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we know how to find people. Wherever you are, we will find you.
Don't forget the other half of his family.
Exactly. That's the half we don't talk about.
That's exactly why they survive, because they don't talk about it.
If we need something, though, we give them a bust.
Hey, I got 10 questions for you, and we'll cut you loose.
10 boring.
Shut up!
Boring, mind-numbing
This is
questions.
my moment over here with this guy, so be
have
quiet.
Your moment.
Don't make me come over there.
Come on, now's the time to shine.
All right, 10 questions. Number 1, what is your favorite word?
What is my favorite word?
Yeah.
Blueberry.
What's your least favorite word?
Poop.
At least he's making the answers exciting.
I know. What turns you on?
Ooh, a Hemi engine.
Oh, well, we could talk. Yeah, good stuff. What turns you off?
People that don't hold the door for you when you're walking behind them in a store.
Bless you. What sound do you love?
What sound do I love? Ooh,
British women.
Yes, that is actually what I love.
I know. I get a big old throbbing boner when I hear her talk. What sound do you hate?
Feedback on a speaker.
Oh, my God. Yeah, of course, Jimi Hendrix now. That's another story.
True, but see, I sit in front of those things all day. The guitarists love they love hearing themselves. I can't stand the feedback.
They like to see if it makes your hair move.
Exactly.
What's your favorite curse word?
Cunt.
What sound do you hate?
What sound do I hate? The sound of my tires going flat if I'm in the highway.
You've already asked him that question.
Yeah, but that shouldn't be too bad. That's an Italian sound, isn't it? Don't they go wop, wop, wop?
Oh, that's a good one. Where's the drum roll for that one? I like that.
And let's see. What profession other than yours would you like to attempt?
A skydiver.
You really?
Because I hate heights, and that'd be the one thing I'd love to not hate. If I could be a
Okay.
skydiver, I'd do it.
That's another way to look at it. What profession would you not like to do?
Ooh, the guy that shovels all the shit at horse races.
Everybody says almost the same thing. I don't want to be a sewer guy. I don't want to clean sewers. Same kind of thing.
Yeah.
You sound like you'd make a good Mike Rowe, though.
That's ours. That guy's awesome. I love him. But he gets paid for it. If I got paid his money for it, I'd do anything.
Well,
So it's different.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
Number 10. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you get to the pearly gates?
Jeez. That's a good, let's see. What would I like God to say when I got to the pearly gates?
Now watch, he may be listening. He tunes into the
man.
show once in a while.
I'd like to hear him say thank you. That's all I like God to say. Thank me
Very good.
for just being me.
That's the way you're supposed to be, especially when you're there.
Absolutely.
If you was to win $1 million, is there anything that you wouldn't do? You know, is there something that I'd say, no way, you can keep your money?
Oh, you mean to win it? If somebody said you had to do this to win $1 million?
Yeah, what would you not do?
Oof. Yeah, you're asking a guy from the city who Grew up in a
Come on, I'm making
3-family
these-
apartment.
I'm making these questions sound exciting. You know, Randy's about bored me to death with the same 10 questions.
Oh, that's was anything I wouldn't do. I would have to say I would not. Wow. I would not eat shit for $1 million.
But you'd off your family, though, huh?
That's a possibility. I'm just kidding.
For $1 million, sure.
There's always that question on Facebook, isn't there? Would you
No, there
punch
is.
your cousin for $1,000? And I'm like, I'd drive over him and reverse back over him for that.
It depends on what cousin it is. That's the thing.
That's
Yeah.
If you could have a party in the sky with someone, a musical artist that's dead, who would it be?
Let's see. Musical artist is dead. Elvis.
That's a choice I didn't think of.
Elvis Presley.
You just want to go down to the Jungle Room and check it out.
Absolutely. That was a man.
One more question. One more and you're out of here.
One
Alright.
more question. You're
One
going to
more.
bore the poor
It's your
guy.
question.
Oh, go on then.
You
mean my
ask 'em.
question. If you woke up tomorrow morning with a vagina, you have this vagina for 24 hours, what are you going to do with it?
Oh, I wouldn't leave my bed.
I'd be down there at the truck stop.
That's right. This is the best interview I ever did. Ever.
You will never, ever, ever forget your interview
No.
with Yanki and the Brit Show.
Never will. I never will. You guys are the best.
Ah, you're all right too, man. I love it.
That's some of the best advice you could give to yourself for your future self. Don't ever forget your interview with Yanki and the Brit Show. It will
I
change
can
you for
never.
life.
I will never, ever, ever. You guys are awesome.
All right. Well, I guess
thank you,
we're
guys.
done twisting your neck around a little bit.
Go on, flush him down the toilet.
Oh, jeez. I forgot about that. You talk a minute and I'll find it.
Yes, thank you so much for coming on. And if you have any CDs coming out soon, let us know. If you have a new tune coming out, let us know, and we will happily play the hell out of it on here.
And I appreciate that, and I'll send you guys some stuff for sure. I'll give you an email and get your address, and I'll send it down here.
Have you done any kind of like rock music kind of music?
Like for recording wise?
Well, you know, have you sung any rock songs?
Yeah, I've sung some. Well, I guess consider some Aerosmith. I've done some Aerosmith at shows. I've done. I haven't done a ton. I guess not a ton of rock music. I mean, you considered Doobie Brothers and stuff. I don't know. Do you consider rock and roll?
Well, hell
Southern
yeah,
rock.
of course.
Yeah, Southern rock. Yeah, so we do a lot of Long Train Running. We do a really cool version of that at my shows. So
You don't have
it's,
anything out on YouTube I could pinch or anything like that, then, huh?
not recorded, but that's like, you know what, maybe that might be something I might want to do is record something, because we do like the Doobie Brothers stuff is awesome. I mean, I love that stuff. So when we play it, my band is ridiculously talented. So
Yeah, because
These
Friday
guys
nights
together.
we do rock night on Friday night, and we don't have. I think I got like 1 or 2 independent artists that have sent us some rock music. I'd love to add more to that list and get away from all that same shit I've been listening to since the friggin' mid-'70s.
well, if I do, I will send it to you for sure.
That'd be awesome. Great.
Yeah.
Cool,
Well,
man.
thank you guys. I really appreciate it. This has been super fun.
Yeah, thanks a lot. We're going to throw your dirty white chucks on here again. I want to check out the short shorts.
Awesome, guys.
All right,
Great talking to you.
Take care of yourself, man. You're welcome back anytime. Pick up the phone and call us whenever you feel the urge.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Good
Take
night.
it easy, guys. Good night. Bye.
Here it is again, Louie Bello, Dirty White Chucks.